Instead of being surrounded by nature, we spend an entire month in the capital of Brazil. It is full of abstract architecture, and we're able to get many things done which have been on our to-do list for a bit too long. After leaving Brasilia, we continue north along lesser-known roads, crossing the vast wilderness at the heart of Brazil. We are Andrea and Mike from Xtremes. Since 2018, we have been living and traveling full-time in our Mercedes-Benz Trucks expedition truck. Along with our daughter, we're on an adventure across South America. Come along and follow us as we explore this incredible continent. Our first stop in Brasilia is at the Mercedes-Benz dealership, where our Oxor gets a well-deserved full service. New oils, new filters, the air conditioning gets checked, etc., etc. Our truck is in the garage for an entire day, but now we can be sure that everything has been looked at by professionals, and we can get back on the road confidently. Apart from checking the air conditioning of the truck, we need to get the air conditioning of the living unit fixed. It hasn't been working for quite some time now, but we had not been able to find anyone who was willing to have a look at it. Finally, through different contacts, we get to the right person, and within 2 days it's back up and working. The 4 weeks in Brasilia fly by. We had many small things on our to-do list, which we hadn't been able to solve or find in small towns. So Brasilia is the right place. Apart from organizing things, we also get some sightseeing days. Brasilia is a very interesting city. It was built from scratch with the purpose to become the new capital of Brazil. It is the third capital after Salvador, followed Rio de Janeiro, and then Brasilia. The city was carefully planned with the goal of populating the interior of Brazil and keeping the center of power in Brazil away from maritime routes. The city emerged from the innovative Plano Piloto, famously resembling an airplane and redefining urban planning in the 20th century. Architect Oscar Niemeyer was one of the main figures behind the city's design, and his modernist creations have become iconic landmarks that fascinate visitors from around the world. Before leaving Brasilia, we spend the night by the digital TV tower, with a big view over the city and the daily thunderstorm in the evening, which was impressive to observe from this perspective. The 182-meter-high project, comprising 120 meters of concrete, 60 meters of metal structure, and a 2-meter antenna, is nicknamed the Flower of the Cerrado. Having spent a month in the city, we feel ready to head back out into nature and find wild camps where we can hear birds instead of traffic. And just within an hour's drive, we find exactly that. A narrow dirt road leads us to the edge of the plateau, with an amazing view of the valley below. We feel like we're back in our element. On the morning before leaving, Mike is sorting something next to the truck. In the corner of his eyes, he sees something slithering over the ground, quite fast, only a couple of meters away from him. His first thought, of course, is snake. I get a good scare too. Never in my life had I seen such a strange snake. Pretty quickly, we are certain that it isn't a snake after all, and that it's not dangerous. But I'm still glad that I can use my zoom lens to film it, instead of having to approach it. It is a white worm lizard, a distinctive reptile that is neither a true lizard nor a snake. It ranks among the largest worm lizards known. Its eyes are small and reduced, yet still functional, giving the rise to the local name cobra cega, blind snake, or cobra de duas cabezas, two-headed snake. Harmless or not, we got a good scare at first. We get back on the road, having this interesting encounter in our minds and wondering what comes next. Our plan was to do several hikes in the Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park, but after waiting around for 3 days with heavy rain, we give up. The weather is unlikely to clear up and we have limited time in Brazil, so we decide to keep going. To get to the next POI, we need to drive smaller roads through the backcountry. Hundreds of kilometers on dirt roads lay ahead of us, so Mike lowers the tire pressure to 4 bar. It will make the bumpy ride ahead of us more comfortable. We spent several days on this route. The road is in good condition for the most part, but some stretches are quite narrow, so we have to go slow in case there's any counter traffic coming around the turns. Then there are the old wooden bridges. Those are always interesting. Some have an alternative road for heavy vehicles, but most don't, so we just have to hope that they hold our truck. Apart from that, the landscape is beautiful. It's green as far as the eye can see, and here and there we see blue macaws, smaller parrots and monkeys. And finally we reach the Terra Ronca State Park. It protects one of the largest cave complexes in Latin America, encompassing 100 caves, 4 of which are open to the public. The name Terra Ronca comes from the sound of the underground waters reverberating through the caves, creating a characteristic rumble. The main attraction is the Terra Ronca 1 cave, known for its enormous entrance portal, rising to about 96 meters. We could stack our truck nearly 26 times to reach that height. We walk into the cave as far as the light reaches. With 35 degrees and 80% humidity, we appreciate the little river where we can cool off after the walk in the cave. We can spend the night right in front of the cave entrance and wake up to an amazing soundscape. Listen. Many kilometers on bumpy roads follow, and some more questionable wooden bridges. For days now, we have been following the ridge on our right side. It is where the border between the state of Goiás and Bahia lays. From a viewpoint, we can appreciate the different characteristics of the plateau. We should be there in a few weeks, but for now, we have a few more kilometers of dusty roads in front of us. Finally, we reach the small town of San Domingos. Located at the shore of a huge lake, the climate is more bearable. We decide to stay here for a few days, go for swims several times a day, and let the impressions of the past weeks sink in. Thank you for watching. See you next time.